Hi, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well today. I'm having a few issues waking up today for some reason. Um, was sleeping on and off, mostly mostly off. That's a whole other can of worms. Um, I actually really don't know what I'm talking about today. I don't know. I don't have a set plan other than I want to mention the samples that I was talking about yesterday. Um, I am hoping that people take up the challenge. Take up the challenge to use your samples, gather everything up and use them. So today, for the first time, I used makeup samples. I used two of them. The first one I used was this Clarins, which I thought was a BB cream. It wasn't a BB cream. It was a cream. It felt nice, but because I thought it was BB cream, I started off by putting way too much on. So, no, it did feel nice. Don't get me wrong, it felt really nice. Uh, but I'm not exactly sure what it is. So, there's still a lot left, funny enough. If this was to be a BB cream, I would only have used a third anyway. So, that's what I'm saying about samples. There is always more than one use. So that's how you can save so much time and money. Well, the money part you can save simply by, you go to a counter and you say, do you have a sample for, let's say, the Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation? Because I know a lot of people love it. If they don't have a sample, they will give you a sample. The only place I've had an issue with getting samples from is the MAC counter. They have no issue giving me a sample, but I end up with only half a face worth. And I've tried that at 3 different counters. And they are literally so stingy with it that I only have enough to use half a face of it. So, sorry, MAC. Other than the fact that you're not cruelty free, even before I knew that, I wasn't going to buy from you. If you're telling your staff to be so stingy that they can't even give out a full face of product for people to try it properly, I'm not going to even bother. But that's what I'm saying. Go to the counter. I went Estee Lauder. I went to their counter and I ended up with essentially 2 faces worth of product that they gave me. You know, and if I had the money, I would buy it. I would buy the Double Wear if I had the money. It is really good, but I don't have the money. So, unfortunately, until such time as I get the money, all I can say is that I did enjoy it and it is really good. But that's what I'm saying. What happens if I didn't like it? What happens if I had an allergic reaction to it? I would have spent $60. Let's say, I don't even know how much it is, but let's say $60 on the Double Wear, and I'd be stuck with it. I saved $60. Mind you, I would have loved to get it. But I'm sure you get the point in what I'm saying. Try it out first. Because so many of us actually buy something and then we don't like it, when then we have the intention of bringing it back and it just delay and delay and delay, and then the 30 days are up and you can't bring it back. So we've wasted X amount of dollars. Get a sample if you can. Get a sample if you can. Try out all your samples, because you're not going to tell me you don't have a crap ton of samples somewhere hidden in the entirety of your home. You have samples. I know you do. The fact that I have samples means everybody else has samples. So, yeah, I tried this one. I'm going to use it again tomorrow, see what it feels like. The other thing I tried was the Pretty Vulgar concealer. Now, I opened it up. I opened just the one up. I put everything back so that it stays nice and fresh. Okay, so I opened this one up, and there is a lot. I have enough for the week. I really do. Granted, I didn't like the way it started to crease a half hour in. It was nice when I put it on. It was nice when I set it. And then I take my time doing my makeup in the morning. I've got nothing better to do with my life. I watch YouTube videos, put on my makeup for an hour, try different stuff, try to make my day go by. But today it was not because I was trying to take my time. It was more along the lines of, if I could have gone backwards, I would have. I still could. I'm very sluggish today. Very, very sluggish. So that's probably why I don't have a set concept for my video today. More of a follow-up to yesterday, which works for me. Totally works for me. So anyway, yeah, it started to crease a half hour in. I don't get it. So yeah, I'm going to try to get, but that's what I'm saying. There is so much product that they put in these samples. Why aren't you using it? Why wasn't I using it? Especially me, considering I know I've been through 6 months worth of using facial samples, of using, products. For 6 months, I used products. So why did I not know to use makeup samples? I'm an idiot. I'm a total idiot. So I'm going to use this one for sure. I'm going to try and see if I can use this one. These two are too dark. There's no way I can use those. And even if I'm not getting a whitener to try and mix, no, that's not me, because I have enough trouble using the correct color, let alone trying to mix. So beauty care samples for 6 months. Maybe I can end up using for at least a month, because I don't have that many makeup samples. I really don't. So maybe a month I'll save my concealers. What have I got to lose? A month? No. So Pretty Vulgar. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Maybe it was me putting on the makeup. Maybe I just did something wrong, which is highly likely. So definitely that one is put on hold. I did not get to use my primers because out of habit, I went to the other ones and I was on automatic pilot and I just forgot. And then after Pretty Vulgar, I want to try the Pure. Now I know from experience, Pure is really good. We'll see if their samples are just as good. Do they use the same formulas, or are they in a separate part of the lab or whatever? So, because I've got 2 sets. I don't know how I ended up with 2, but I've got 2. I don't even remember where I got them from. I know where I got this from. I got it when I bought a MAC eyeshadow. I got kind of pulled into the hype of the Christmas stuff. I actually have to use it. I can't remember where I put it. I think it might be in my vanity. If it's not, I don't remember where it is, because it is beautiful. And I have more skincare samples I need to use in here, but I've got so many skincare products in my vanity, I don't want to unseal these yet. I even got myself ready with my little pots to do any mixing that I needed to. And I gave my daughter, I had a little mixing palette and a mixing spatula. I gave it to my daughter because I'd never used it. So I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to use? And then I'm going through everything I have, and I've got some of these tools for pimples. And I took one. It's a little circle. It's a circle with a hole in the middle, but I figured I'm just mixing products. Everything's clean. So if I need to mix something, I'll use that. So use what you have. You don't need to go buy anything. You don't need any more clutter. You already have it. I did. Oh, wow. That's funny. So, and even with the lids, just in case I didn't use it up. And I'm glad I have the lids, because There is no way I would have used it up. Not when I've got, I swear I've got a week's worth of concealer in this. What a waste. How much of this stuff gets thrown out? What a waste. So much money wasted. Because I'm thinking to myself, how many times did I go buy something and didn't like it, ended up giving it away? But if I had had a sample, I wouldn't have bought it. How many times? I dare you to try the sample challenge. I am daring everybody. I'm putting this on Instagram, all of my 214 followers, all of my 18 followers on YouTube. I dare all of you, do the sample challenge. Gather everything up, try it all, and see how long you go without having to go to your bottles. I put it to you that way. Please leave me a comment and see if you're going to do it. Like my video. Please subscribe to my channel. That would be amazing. A bientôt.